Good afternoon. We are glad to welcome you to the second lesson of our marathon. Don't forget about the instructions and rules that we follow. So, we learn to control the movement of the pelvis in the front and back lines. Now our task is to try to learn how to control the movement of the pelvis from right to the left. First, lie down on your back. Feel the sensations of your own body. Feel the back of your head, neck, chest, shoulder blades, shoulders, arms. Feel the sensations of your elbows and wrists. Feel the contact of your ribs, lower back, stomach. Feel the sacrum, feel the pelvis, feel the back of your feet, your heels, and your toes. What impression will your body leave now? Is there any difference between the right and left halves or points that are more tightly pressed to the floor? So, for the first movement, we have already learned how to bend our knees safely for our back. We repeat the first movement, but we add a small nuance. Now we're watching the position of our thighs. Our hips shouldn't move to the right and left and sway. This will indicate that the muscles of the hip joints are connected. The middle of the groin line is the projection of your thighs. So this area should be as relaxed as possible. Especially after the movement, when the lower back is pressed to the floor, when we relax, make sure that there is no light rocking. This is actually important, because we will learn to separate the work of the pelvis and the movements of our legs. So, we made sure that the forehead and chin are one line. Gently bend in the lower back on the count of 5. Feeling what line draws our rump, look at your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A small fixation, relieve the tension and go down. 1, 2, 3, hips don't move. Contract the abdominal muscles, look at the eyebrows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let go. Make sure that there is no movement. Fine. Again, we put our hands on the iliac bones and the elbows are lying. The shoulders are relaxed. Our task is to make a small movement. How? We slightly press the right foot on the floor. Make a movement as if the right knee is away from itself toward the fingers of the right foot and slowly transfer the pelvis to the left buttock. The right one rises above the floor. Gently perform movements on the exhalation. Press on the right foot without changing the weight of the pelvis, without removing the weight due to the support on the legs. We slowly move the pelvis to the left buttock. Remember about the comfort zone and smoothly go down. Very good. Relax and do it again. Be careful. Your knees do not fall to the right and left. The hips are in the same position. The pelvis makes movements without the hips. One more time. Gently on the exhalation, slowly lift the ilium right to the ceiling. The left moves to the floor. Release the line under the buttock. We checked whether the shoulders and neck are involved in this movement and gently descend. Feel what a horizontal line your pelvis draws, and now our task is to make sure that we don't have a displacement of the left ilium to the ribs, that we can accurately translate it in on one plane. Be careful, in this movement is often connected to the extra tension of the oblique muscles. So, gently, once again, press on the right foot and we have a slow, smooth line of movement. Feel how the head itself begins to shift to the left side of the back of the head and go back. The entire spine is displaced along with the pelvis. How did this small movement affect our body? Let's feel it. And feel that your leg has become longer and that the contact between your right leg and your right buttock has changed. Now let's try to do it from the other side. Similarly, for control, we put our fingers on the iliac spine, protruding bones of the iliac bones, slowly press on the left foot. On exhalation, we begin to slowly lift. Don't remove the pelvic weight through the feet. Feel the pelvic weight constantly. Gently as our whole body rolls to the right side and gently back. Remember that if the movement is smooth, it means that we have a good tension of the ligaments and uniform sliding of the fascia. Once again, the left sole of the foot. A small movement of the left knee on the toes of the left foot. You can turn your head just a little bit to the right with your eyes and gently go back. Don't take the weight off your pelvis. Very often we strain our legs, taking the weight of the pelvis. You don't need to do this the final time. Gently transfer the pelvis to the right buttock. The left one rises above the floor. The chest stays in place. Slowly going back, and now we try to perform a full movement. Remove your hands. Slowly transfer the pelvis to the left buttock. Gently return to the starting position. Transfer the pelvis to the right buttock. Slowly return to the starting position. Evaluate whether this movement is it still the same as the movement on the left buttock. Go back. Remove excess tension from the legs and to the right. Finish this movement. Straighten your legs and relax. Compare your fingerprint. What changes in this fingerprint? Feel your heels, foot position, toes, calves, popliteal space, thighs, and buttocks. Lower back, chest, shoulder blades, shoulders, outer arms, elbows, wrists, hands, neck, and back of the head. And again, bend the leg and the knee, turn around. The head does not rise abruptly from above, and it's not sharp we sit down. So we have a second movement. We learned how to control the pelvis in the front back line, and we learned how to twist it. Feel this ease of movement control. Feel that each time your movement becomes more and more comfortable, and you can always stop at a small amplitude. That is, you can always make a stop at any phase of the movement. This is a criterion that you control and feel this movement completely. Don't forget about walking with stitches and scars, and I'll be waiting for you in the third lesson.